Hi, I'm Phyllis, southernfrugal.com. Today we're going to have a meal, hopefully part of the meal, cooked in the Instant Pot. And it's going to be barbecued chicken, and the chicken breast I'm using are still partially frozen. And we're going to give it a try with potatoes. And I've of course washed and scrubbed the potatoes and got my little Pyrex bowls out. They are okay to use in the oven, so I'm going to put them in the Instant Pot, and of course I've coated them with some of the shortening, and I'm going to try to make them not taste like barbecued chicken. Alright, so I've got two very large chicken breasts, and we are going to just half one of those today, and then tomorrow we can have some barbecued chicken sandwiches. Alright, let me turn y'all down now. Alright, so I've got my pot here. I'm going to add 1 cup of water, and then I've added it up to the 1/3 mark of apple cider vinegar. So this 1 1/3 cups, 1 cup of water and 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar. And I'm putting that in the Instant Pot, and I'm making sure that it doesn't come up past the little trivet or whatever you call that little thing. Alright, so the chicken, I'm going to go ahead and dump some of the barbecue sauce in the bag to coat it. This is what I'm using. Of course, you could use whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is. This one is a little hot, and it's also got mustard in it. I know a lot of people out west don't particularly like the mustard in barbecue, but in South Carolina, they love that mustard in their barbecue. Alright, barbecued anything. Alright, so I'm just going to get that coated. Trying to do this without even messing up my hands, if I can. Alright. So we're going to place this in the Instant Pot. Let me move y'all just a little bit closer. Hold on. Get y'all a little bit closer so you can see down in the pot. Sorry to be jiggling you, but I don't know any other way to do this. Alright, now y'all can see down in the pot. Alright, I'm just going to dump this in. Get that sauce out of the bag as much as I can. Alright, that's good enough. Now I'm going to position that in the Instant Pot. Oh, sorry y'all, I didn't mean to do that. Y'all get jiggled a lot, you really do. Alright, so I'm going to position this chicken. That kind of went on my cabinet there. Just position this chicken around so I can get those bowls in there too. That ought to work. Alright, so I'm just going to set my bowls one on one side and one on the other side, just like that. And what I'm trying to do is not get any of the barbecue sauce on the chicken, on the potatoes. So now I'm going to pour just a teeny bit more right on the top, like that. That should work. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. Put the lid on it. There we go. And I'm going to set it for 40 minutes on high. Let me get so y'all probably can't see that. I don't know if you can see it or not. Anyway, let's start out with poultry and 15 minutes, and I'm going to take it up to 40 minutes. There we go. Let's go back down one more. Alright, so 40 minutes, and I'm going to turn my little vent to, they call it sealing. So it's turned back as far as it will go, right? That little knob right there. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to have broccoli. Well, let me back up a minute here. We're going to have some broccoli with this meal. Also, I took 3 biscuits out of the freezer now, and they'll be completely thawed by the time we're ready to eat. And then I'll just pop them in the oven, in the little toaster oven, for about 5 minutes at about 450 degrees, and they'll warm right up. And I also took out the broccoli from the freezer. Let me move y'all over. Hold on. All right, I moved y'all over to the other side. So I melted a little bit of butter in my skillet, it's probably about a tablespoon and a half. And I'm going to dump this frozen broccoli right in there. Kind of spread it out a little bit. And then just put the lid on it, and it's going to be sitting here the whole time. Now, what I'm going to do then, as soon as the buzzer goes off on the Instant Pot, I'll go ahead and turn this on about medium-high, and I'm going to actually get that broccoli a little bit brown, hopefully, and I'm not going to add any water or anything, because the water will come out of the broccoli that's frozen once it starts thawing out. And then I'll sprinkle a little bit of garlic on it. Now, why do I do this? I do it because Mr. Bucky does not like broccoli. And let me move this back a little bit. He does not like broccoli. And so I try to come up with all kinds of inventive ways to have broccoli. So he likes it when it's got a teeny bit of brown on it and got a little bit of garlic sprinkled on it. So I'm going to also maybe make a little small salad also. So we will see y'all back here in, I don't know, 40 minutes. Well, it won't be 40 minutes. It'll be more like 40 minutes plus 20 minutes, so about an hour. And what I'm going to do is let the steam come down on its own on the Instant Pot. I'm not going to, release the steam or anything. I'm going to let it come down on its own, and then we'll be ready to eat. All right, we'll see y'all in a little while. Bye for now. All right, we are back, and hopefully that chicken is done along with the potatoes. But I wanted to show you about the broccoli. I turned the burner on sort of medium-high with the lid on, and I've already just flipped it one time, and it really cooks partly from the moisture that accumulates in the pan, and it gets brown. And I've already cut my burner off now, because of course I don't want it to burn, but it's got a little bit of brown on it. And now I'm going to actually put a little bit of garlic on there. If I can find my garlic. I can't find my, there it is. Just a little bit on there. Just garlic powder. Now I have not used any salt on this, and just that butter that I put in the pan while I was waiting for everything to cook. So this is the way Mr. Bucky likes it. Let me move y'all closer. I hope you can you see the little brown on it? That's the way he likes it. So I'm willing to fix it any way he will eat it. All right, let me move y'all over and we'll look at the chicken and the potato. All right, I moved y'all over. I'm just going to take the lid off this. Hopefully it doesn't steam up the lens. Oh, there we go. I'm going to check the potatoes. Well, it smells really good. I'll check the chicken first. Yep, that's done. All right, I'm going to use the this little knife to check the potato. Perfectly cooked. All right, so this chicken is not going to be browned, and I'm not going to bother browning it on the in the oven. There go my biscuits. They're warm. That took like 5 minutes. And also it took probably 5 minutes for the broccoli to cook on medium-high. So let me get this on the plate. I'm going to cut one of those chicken breasts in half, and we're going to have the other half tomorrow probably in sandwiches. All right, I'm going to get this on the plate, and we'll let y'all see what it looks like. I can't get my camera to cut off. Huh. All right, hold on. All right, here's the meal. I love the broccoli like this, and of course Mr. Bucky will eat it without complaining when I fix it like this. There's his half of the chicken. He only wanted one biscuit, and I made one of those 1950s little salads with tomato, lettuce, and mayonnaise. And there's the baked potato, and it is delicious. I already tasted of it, and I was really surprised that it doesn't taste like barbecue sauce. I thought it probably would, because I've never cooked them together like that before in the Instant Pot. but it definitely worked. And of course what I did was wash the potato first, kind of scrub it off a little bit, and then I coated it with a little bit of shortening and put it in the bowl. So I'm just really surprised the potato turned out great. I've already tasted of mine. It's delicious, and of course everything cooked in about 40 minutes in the Instant Pot right there. And I cooked the extra chicken breast right there, and I'll slice that, and we'll have sandwiches with that other half. That's the smaller chicken breast that I cooked. This was the larger one, and so I cut it in half. We try to keep our animal protein down to about 3 ounces, and I think Mr. Bucky's is over that today. I did add some of the barbecue sauce on top. There's my plate, and I am really hungry now. So we're eating about 3:15, I think, today. Let me see. Yeah, about 3:15 today. And this was a super quick meal, very, very easy to do. And you can actually put the chicken in frozen, is my understanding now. What I put in was about half frozen, and the potatoes cooked perfect. I couldn't have asked for the potatoes to be any better. I've definitely already tasted of mine. All right, y'all, we will see y'all next time.